I attended an invitational event recently, and since all the attendees were in and around the industry that I have been passionate about and involved with it for the last over a decade and more, and I had a pretty good idea about what was going on, everyone in the room and the people in the room. So, what I found interesting was the least experienced and the least successful were the ones who talked the most. These were the people who beat their chest the loudest. You know, the ones, the type that suck their oxygen right out of the room by going on and about what they have accomplished and whom they know and what they're doing and how great they are all the time. You see that. The problem is, I knew these people and knew the reality of their situation. Some were moderately successful at best. Several, in fact, knew that they were on the verge of bankruptcy or probably not going to make the payroll at the end of the month. At the same time, the ones that I knew to be massively successful were the ones who talked the least. When they did talk, it was usually to ask a question, and that's the one. They downplayed their success if it was mentioned at all. And they regularly pointed out their weaknesses, and they were the ones taking the most notes at the event. I found this, well, not to be a coincidence. And this was really a microcosm of what we see online every day. It is usually the least to minimally successful people that we see beating their chest hardest onto social media. Those truly successful in a significant manner, not so much, they will do that. So if they do have a social presence at all, it's usually institutional and it's only focused on the content and to help the follower and the highlight others. There is not a significantly successful person that I know who shares where they're going or what they are doing or they are with whom they are on the social media, unless that person is in the business of selling their social media influence, which of course then you should be particularly leery about and do that. What is the lesson learned today? The question. Don't be a pretender. We see right through it. The more you talk about yourself, about your success, your great life, the more we know it is BS. It just makes you look weak and needy. Social media is like watching a playground with a gang of 4 years old screaming at their mom, the 4 year old, or their parent, and saying, "Look at me, look at me, look at me." When you become an adult, you start saying instead, "Please stop looking at me and stop looking at me." Once you're actually successful, you won't feel compelled to project, promote, or fake it any longer. If you want to emulate the truly successful and not the fakers, pretenders, and the blowhards that you see on your Facebook or your Instagram feed, talk less and learn more, both online and offline.